The prestigious United States Naval Academy, prepping to serve our country and a lacrosse team knockout.
This has got to be the toughest school in the country. We go through the hardest stuff every single day, in and out.
I'm giving you never seen before access inside the gates at Navy. Lacrosse, formation, preparation, facilities, and so much more.
Is Navy the toughest D1 lacrosse team?
Without a doubt.
This is Navy Lacrosse.
Let's give Mitchell Pelkey a little welcome.
Talk to us a little bit about your background and how you got to the head coach here.
I've always dreamed of this place. When I was an assistant at Hofstra, working for John Danowski, I would fly down here, take the Southwest flight from Islip and come to BWI, and inevitably I would be on the window and I would always look out, fly over Navy Marine Corps Stadium, look down at Annapolis and say, man, that's where I want to be. And then in 2004, I vividly remember sitting in the second row of the upper deck at Raven Stadium and watching the national championship game. I don't think I moved. I don't think I applauded. I was so locked into the environment and the game and just had a strong desire to want to be a part of what was happening on that field and help represent this institution and help develop the world's next great leaders. I don't like to use the word family around the team because I think that's overdone. My family's my family, right? But I'm going to treat these guys like my family.
This is Navy Lacrosse, one of the most historic programs in Division I athletics. Based in Annapolis, Maryland, the United States Naval Academy is one of the backbones of this country. The future for this lacrosse team is brighter than ever, adding their all-new $22 million lacrosse-only facility. You've never seen anything like this.
Talk to us about this new $22 million Navy lacrosse facility.
Yeah, I think that's a complete game changer. You look at the money that's getting poured into college athletics now and into the sport of lacrosse, and it's something that I don't think people could have fathomed, 20 years ago. And to be a part of that and what that'll do is bringing the guys around. I think the guys don't care what you know until they know that you care.
For both coaching staffs, it's going to draw your players as much as possible because they're going to want to hang out there. Everyday use from the field, training room, weight room, food, having a place to study. The coaches will have a lot of access to our players, and the more we're around our players, the more we can interact with them, and I think that's really important for building a team. And as a coach, that's the best part is figuring out whether your players are having a good day, bad day, indifferent. You're just around them so much that you get to know who they are as people.
This facility is a game changer. Something that'll change your game is my new Level Up course, a 30-day live cohort course where you can learn from the best in Division I and PLL, and hop on live calls with myself. For the whole month of January, you'll get access to everything. Go on mitchellpelkey.com and see what the platform has to offer. Sign up today. We'll see you there.
How's it going? This is Midshipman Second Class Daniel Daly. We're here at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. I'm gonna go show you guys the Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Let's go check it out. So this is the Hall of Fame. Right here we got the Army-Navy rivalry. Obviously, as many people know, one of the biggest rivalries in the country. It means a lot to us. So right here, you got just from 1924 all the way until this past year. We lead the overall record between the two schools, so we're looking to get another win this year. There's a lot of cool history and stuff. You got game balls from all the games, which is pretty cool.
What's that Army versus Navy lacrosse game like?
It's everything. Like everywhere you look in our weight room, our locker room, the back of our shirts, it's beat Army. There's a mutual respect for them, being that they're in the service and we understand what they do, but we're competitive guys and we want to enforce our dominance on them.
That's probably one of the biggest games of the year. Tons of alumni come back, the school packs the stands, it's a great atmosphere. Guys look forward to it every year.
I'm near vomiting every time before the game starts. It's the greatest experience I think I've ever gone through.
It's hard to describe how big it is and what it compares to, but I can just say from my personal experience, being in extremely pressure-filled situations throughout my career, nothing compares to it. Nothing compares to the emotion, the intensity, the excitement, and the fun. And it truly is a fun environment.
Moving along over here, this painting definitely hits home for me. This is Matt Russell. He's one of the legends in Navy lacrosse. Played here and played in the national championship in 2004. One of the iconic moments about him during the national championship game, blew out his shoulder, broke his collarbone. He's one of the toughest guys, and he was a sick goalie when he played here. So displayed here, we got a few of our helmets from the past few years. This one right here was my freshman year, and this was last year, my sophomore year. Pretty sweet lids.
What's your favorite combo?
These NASA uniforms were actually pretty sick. I thought those were really sweet. We're down here on the field at Navy Marine Corps Stadium. This is where the football guys tear it up in the fall, and we do all the action in the spring. This place gets packed out for football games, and then we usually have somewhere around like 7,000–8,000 fans come to our games in the spring. This is a great environment, a lot of tradition here.
Last year I made a doc about Army lacrosse, calling them the toughest D1 school. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, probably not. Saw that when you put it out, hit the dislike button immediately, and just moved on, so. I think it says it for itself. This has got to be the toughest school in the country. We go through the hardest stuff every single day, in and out, whether it's school and classrooms and all that stuff. So we're just held to a super high standard. Any program can say that, but I know we truly have that here.
Is Navy the toughest D1 lacrosse team?
Without a doubt.
Our guys handle themselves every day, day in, day out, from 6 in the morning till when they go to bed. They're trying to do the right thing at all times. You know, I don't think toughness is necessarily just out on the lacrosse field. I think it's made up in your everyday life. You know, and I think here at the Naval Academy, that's just who we are.
There's an expectation that we like to uphold here, that we're the baddest people in the room. We've graduated Navy SEALs, infantry Marines, pilots, like some of the toughest dudes, some of the people who have done stuff that you're not allowed to hear about, and they've made tremendous impacts, and that shows in the field. Like we're not the most technical team in the world, but we are the toughest. We are going to bring that energy, that physicality every game.
I'm an early riser, so I get here between 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and there hasn't been a day that I haven't got here that there isn't people running around the yard. People are working out, running, and they're just built differently around here. The way they live their lives is very different.
This is without a doubt one of the craziest weight room experiences I've ever been through. In the capital of Maryland and on the banks of the Severn River lies one of the most beautiful campuses in this nation.
Hi, I'm Midshipman 3rd Class Sophia Amplo. Currently we're standing outside the United States Naval Academy Chapel, which is the highest point on the yard. It's completely symmetrical, and it used to be able to house the entire brigade. It was a mandatory event to come on Sundays to go to church. It's not mandatory anymore. Currently we have a lot of different communities, religious communities on the yard, with a lot of different events and club activities that midshipmen can do and go to. But let's take a look inside because it's an absolutely stunning structure. So we're currently inside the chapel. It's extremely common for midshipmen to come during plebe summer or on Sunday mornings to Mass. If we look around here, all these stained glass windows were donated by different classes of the Naval Academy. And up here is the dome, which is the most important and signifying symbol of the yard. A lot of people recognize the Naval Academy by the dome. This right here I want to point out, this is the pew of the POWs. It's set in remembrance for all of the prisoners of war and missing in action sailors that are in the Navy. So it's a really important symbol in the chapel. I'm a part of the Halloween concert, or the All Saints Day concert, which is the major concert on the yard that houses 6,000 attendees every year. They light the chapel up with $2 million worth of lights from Disney World, which is pretty awesome.
What's it like being coach's daughter on the yard?
It's really cool. I'm actually a manager for the lacrosse team, so I see them quite often. But mostly it's just nice to have a support system at the Naval Academy. It's like be able to have somewhere to go or ask questions, or if I'm having a bad day, stop in and say hello.
Describe Coach Amplo in a couple sentences.
Don't worry, Sam, no one's looking at you. Come on, check it!
Coach Amplo is probably one of the most caring coaches I've ever met. He cares about our personal lives here at the Naval Academy, and when he needs to get on you, he'll get on you, and he'll make sure he feels you.
What's your favorite Coach Amplo one-liner?
I don't know if there's anyone I can repeat.
One I probably wouldn't be allowed to say on camera.
I don't even know.
Coach Ken, that's a wicked new offense. I love it. That's that high point.
He's got plenty of Long Island Italian quotes that you'll hear even just spending some time with us.
His one-liners, that's a tough one to come up with.
Usually when I'm on the ball, I can hear him on the sideline sometimes, or in practice, he'll be screaming, "Jackie, Jackie, get out, get out!"
He loves his players, and he injects like this compete into them and gets them, you know, to another level. But I don't know if I have a good one-liner on him yet. That's probably a bad question for me.
What's up, guys? I'm second class Jack Flaherty, and we're here at the crypt of John Paul Jones. Come and show you around. So this is one of the quieter and more peaceful spots on the yard. You can see it's pretty beautiful in here. John Paul Jones was known as the father of the American Navy. He was a very famous American Revolutionary War hero, and here's his casket. He was brought over here in 1905. His body was from France, because after the American Revolutionary War, America's Navy was disbanded. So he went over to France to continue fighting because he just loved being on the water so much. This crypt was built in 1913, and ever since then, his body's been laid to rest here. One famous thing that we learned a lot about him is in his most famous battle, he said, when his back was against the wall, he said, "I've not yet begun to fight." And that's one of the quotes that we hear constantly throughout our time at the Naval Academy. Things like that, and stories of his battles in the American Revolutionary War are things that inspire everyone who goes here. We're here at the Herndon Monument. Herndon Monument is 21 feet tall. When you're standing next to it, it doesn't seem too tall, but when the plebes are actually climbing it, it's greased up with pig fat and lard. And that makes it extremely hard to grip, and at the same time, they're being sprayed by hoses. There's a Dixie cup placed on top of the Herndon Monument, and the idea is that the plebes need to climb on top of each other, knock off the Dixie cup, and place their own on top. All of that put together makes it extremely hard for people to hold on and to get to the top. And
Lax guys partaking?
not too much. I mean, there's a lot of danger involved with the Herndon Monument. It usually has to get 4 or 5 people tall in order to reach the top, and that signifies the end of their plebe year, end of their freshman year, and they gain a lot more freedom on the yard as soon as that happens.
When they get here their freshman year, what are those conversations?
Their plebe year, it's usually like, it's gonna be okay. It's not every year's like this, but we kind of help frame their career aspirations over their summer training events. We help guide them through options for them in the future and kind of mentor them along the way, whether they want to go special warfare, explosive ordnance disposal. We're not biased when it comes to that. We just want to get them set up the best we possibly can for their future.
What's up, guys? This is second class Paul Garza, and we're here at the Tamanon statue. It was given to us by the class of 1891, and it's basically just a symbol of unity and peace, and also our 3 core values: honor, courage, and commitment. Fun fact about it is, before finals for the fall and spring semester, people would try to throw coins in this man's quiver, and if you were get it in there, that'll be a significant role and hopefully mean that you'll pass your classes. Directly in front of Tamanon statue is the seal. This is also very significant because it is known that if you step on the seal, you're most likely not going to make it here. So this is T Court, and behind me is Bancroft Hall, which is the largest connected dormitory in the world. There's 4,400 midshipmen at the moment right now. What's cool about it is, like, since the entire brigade lives here, your roommate could be like females or males. Like, it's all connected and everyone's in one, which is pretty amazing. Directly behind me is the 3 doors, and the middle doors that you see here are only to be gone through during your I-Day, which is during your plebe year. Other than that, you are not allowed to go through the center doors, so you would have to go through the 2 doors on the side. This is where all the ceremonies happen, like your I-Day, oath of office, swearing in is here.
I'm second class Sean Gallagher. We just finished our formation for the day, so all the boys came down to get some food from King Hall. It's Taco Tuesday. It's always a good day, and we're gonna have a good practice today. Non-athletes, like most of the company, sit over there, and then this is the lacrosse table right here. So it's a good time because usually we'll have practice or some sort of film or shooting at lunch. So we get usually our own table for a later lunch, and we all get to sit together, eat together, get some good laughs together. So we have a good time. I'm just gonna ask you a quick question. Out of all the kids right at this table right here, which one would you not let date your daughter?
I would not let Henry Tolker right there with the yogurt box.
How do you feel about him saying that he won't let you date his daughter?
I think it's an outrageous statement. I mean, I'm a clean person in the room, nice guy, most respectable. I think it's an outlandish statement from him.
If you were to go on the perfect date, where would you go?
Boat ride down the Severn River. Maybe stop downtown and go to Chop Tank.
Maybe finish with a kiss or something?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that.
What's your favorite genre of movie night to watch with the guys?
Gotta be comedy. I mean, the other guys, Waterboy, I mean, come on, Adam Sandler.
Some women's lacrosse players here. Which guy over here would you not let date your daughter?
Nick Galini. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I agree. I agree.
Preston Booger Luger.
He's a good guy.
Call him Boogie. Cut.
No, that was so soft.
Hi, I'm midshipman second class Race Ripley. Right now we are in the rotunda. This is the heart of the yard. See like beautiful architecture, the ceilings, diorama of USS Dakota up there.
You guys are here mostly for when you guys have special events.
Sure, special events you can pass through. We have like watches and duties in the main office area. During the holidays, we'll hang a nice Christmas tree up here. And then we have Memorial Hall up here, which a lot of people come up to, pay tribute. They'll do a lot of changing, commissions and stuff like that in Memorial Hall. So here we are in Memorial Hall on the yard. This is a U.S. Navy memorial where we honor so many who've given their lives in the military. A lot of Navy alumni are in here. So over here on the wall, we have with their class crest, their name and their branch of service. Of all these panels are those who have lost their lives in military operations. There's roughly 2,700 names on the wall.
Any of those guys over here?
No, those ones will be over here at Global War of Terrorism. Brendan Lee.
Can you tell the story of Looney?
Brendan graduated here 2004. A player who just did it all, wanted the most out of his teammates, was a grit player, played long pole, ran up and down the field. The stories on him are endless about what he did during practice and holding his teammates accountable, which I think is the most important thing. But in 2006, he passed away in a helicopter crash, helping a fellow Navy SEAL fulfill a mission. And so, every year we award someone the number 40, someone who represented who Brendan was as a teammate, as an individual, and everything that you look for in a lacrosse player.
And then over here, there's a list of 73 names, Navy alumni, who won the Medal of Honor. It's our nation's highest and most prestigious military award in the world, so.
Walking in here, what does this mean to you?
Like, these people give the ultimate sacrifice, their lives for a bigger purpose, and that's super humbling. The gratitude is just overwhelming in here. You feel it the second you step in, and the military, the school is just for a bigger purpose, and you get a big sense of that in here.
You're to play lacrosse, but you said the school here is obviously a bigger purpose and what you do after. Take that into your day-to-day.
Just kind of mastering your craft. Like, you always have to invest in yourself, whether it's like nutrition, fitness, academics, lacrosse-wise. Like, everything that you do has a consequence to it. And so when we make decisions here in our day-to-day lives, like, you're investing in yourself, and that's just going to compound the rest of your life and make you a better lacrosse player, better person, better officer once we graduate. Hopefully, like a better family man, better father as well. So super meaningful to try to master our craft, what we're good at, and compound those good decisions.
How's it going? I'm second class Nick Turn, first class Talker. Welcome to the bullpen. And here we got the bathroom. 2 sinks. This is a 4-man. It's pretty nice. You can share it with your buddy. You can brush your teeth together if you guys really want. And then we got the shower here. This is a 4-man, but 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, they all have the same shower, so nothing really changes.
Toilet.
No toilet. We share it.
Share it with the whole hall. How is that?
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to walk out the hall and use the bathroom.
You guys ever brushing your teeth together?
Yeah, sometimes together in the morning. You have to do it together, talk to each other.
In a little bit of a rush.
Yeah.
Welcome to my side. Keep it clean. The bed's supposed to be tight every morning when you leave. It's called Bravo. You got to make it a little tight. Pillow at the corner, and then here you got your hospital corner right here. It's supposed to be like a 45-degree angle exactly. It's a little hard to keep up with that, but yeah.
You got to make that every morning.
Every morning.
And what happens if it's not?
You can get in trouble for that, but pro tip: sleep on top of the bed. Bring your own blankets.
What do we got here? Why is it so organized?
So the rule is supposed to be matching the end of each thing, like kind of on a perfect degree.
And what do we got in these closets?
It's supposed to be squared away. These are our issued shorts right here. Perfect, supposed to be folded some exact way. And then got some uniforms over here. This is what we wear at practice every day. Boots, we wear those on Thursdays, and our camos and these bad boys. It's what we wear to class on Thursdays and some other activities. And then if you want to go to dinner, feeling comfortable, you can wear this bad boy. But a little jumpsuit.
And what do we got going here usually?
Usually we got some NCAA football going.
There we go.
A little study break.
Who's the best on the squad?
It was Pat Flaherty.
It was.
I took him down. Me and Galini took him down last week. I think I beat him 46-28.
He clocks his hours.
You get your homework done and you play a little bit.
Yeah.
Where do you rank on the smartest in the team?
Me, I'm a little bit lower on the spectrum for sure. Still work hard though. Do what I can. Keep my head above water.
Your side over here.
Yeah, it's my side.
Give us a rundown on the desk.
Not too much. Keep my covers up there. Big Orioles fan, big Ravens fan. Got a Law of Armed Conflict book there.
Took that class this morning. Got some dice there. Saturday nights, I like to play some CeeLo.
What's underrated about the dorm life?
Like going to your friend's room and like just talking to them and hanging out, you know, playing NCAA. It's fun, like packing out the room right here. Like sometimes we'll have like 3 people stand here playing NCAA.
We'll get like 6
It's
chairs
so
near,
fun.
chopping it up, playing Madden. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
People up in the bed sitting is kind of the best part about it, probably.
I like that. And then what's in here?
This is where I keep all my like regular clothes, and then I got the rifle here. I haven't touched this thing this semester due to injury. These are parades. Carry it for plebe summer pretty much.
Lastly, probably got the sloppiest room.
Oh, I could name a few people. Sam Muir, he's
Good
got
take.
a grimy room.
Never organized.
No.
A lot of stuff under the desk, a lot of stuff on the desk.
He's got to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Navy does things a little bit different. As soon as they wake up in the morning, they go to school from around 7 to 4 p.m. After that is their best part of their day, practice. A chance for them to all get better at their craft and a step closer to the Final Four.
Full burst of intense focus today. Capture that, right? Capture that. It's been a long day. You've had a great day. Let's finish it off with a great practice. You got total silence. Down by the...
This first drill really represents Navy lacrosse. I mean, I just want to reiterate, this place is nuts. I mean, you just saw that drill, a full-out brawl in practice. This place is crazy, yo. You really have to be a special human being to come to the Naval Academy. I think the coolest part about this whole thing is just how bought in these guys are. You see, they're never walking, they're always running. It's go, 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 on to the next. They're always trying to maximize time here, and that's what Navy's all about, and we're obviously seeing it live in practice. How do you want to leave Navy off this year for the sport of lacrosse?
We're going for all. I think that's well within our reach. Quite frankly, I don't think anyone's thinking about us right now. I talked to the guys the other day, I said we're in the darkness and we're gonna come out of it with mayhem. We have a team of interchangeable parts, is the way I put it. It's a bunch of guys with inexperience, but talent, and raw talent. They're willing, because of the inexperience, they're willing to compete. We have a competitive level that I haven't seen in past years. There's no complacency in this group. We want to get after it.
Last time you guys have been to the Final Four was 2004. How much do you think about getting back to that moment?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here. I think the only reason I'm here is to get these guys to that next level that they've been at in the past. I think that they've been trending upward, and what Coach Amplo has done here is phenomenal, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
That was not an easy day, okay? I know for the younger guys, and probably for the older guys, the anxiety of 6 weeks, right? That's a burden, okay? And then you came in today, and you guys knocked it out of the park. Had a great meeting at noon, okay? You guys showed up engaged. The 2 seniors did a great job with it. And then you came into the lift. That was one of the best lifts I've seen, all right? The energy was awesome. Everybody caring about each other. I think Tim said that everybody got a PR, personal best on the clean. That's amazing, okay? You should feel good about that. And then you carried that over to here. So you gotta celebrate that for a short while. The hardest part is to having a great practice tomorrow, okay? Keep your time blocking, stay disciplined, focus on your task, relax, and then focus again, all right? We'll have another great day tomorrow.
This kid has been through probably most adversity out of anybody on this team.
Always does all the little things right. He's a little bit more of a quiet guy, but he works in silence. When people aren't looking, he's always doing the right thing.
There's no greater supporter of Navy lacrosse and Navy sports than this guy. He has our back day in, day out.
J-Row.
Yeah. J-Row. Dakota King. This one's for you.
Remember, Clunder, it's your last day with us. You got a coin, baby.
How much do you think about getting back to the Final Four?
When I was there at Denver, when you leave that field, you're addicted to it. I think that feeling of the prep, going through all the tournament, game in, game out in the NCAA tournament, in your conference tournament, the anxiety that you have as a coach, you don't love it at the time because you're just so nervous, but it's also one of the greatest feelings in the world. Like, I want our guys to feel that.
Do you think about getting back every day?
No, I don't. Because if I did, Mitchell, then I would not be doing my job. My job is to make today great, right? And my job is, we're sitting here in the afternoon to make sure that our weightlifting session is the best it can be today. I truly believe that. We have to be so focused on our process and make sure that we do it the best we possibly can. If I think about the tangible results that we all want, man, we're gonna waste time really focusing on what we need to do right now.